Welcome back to Namely 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of the return of Futurama, again, for the third time, we're looking back at the first episode of Futurama, Space Pilot 3000. Space Pilot 3000 is the pilot episode of the animated TV series Futurama. The series stars the voices of Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy as Philip J. Fry, Professor Hubert J. Farnsworth, Zap Brannigan, and Dr. John A. Zoidberg. Peggy Bundy from Married with Children as Turunga Leela, Jake the Dog from Adventure Time as Bender Bending Rodriguez, Static Shock as Hermes Conrad, Julie, Ross's girlfriend from Season 2 of Friends as Amy Wong, The Brain from Pinky and the Brain as Kif Kroker, Megatron for the Transformers cartoon series as Nibbler, Dot from Animaniacs as Mom, and Michael Bolton from Office Space as Scruffy the Janitor. The pilot begins on the night of December 31st, 1999, where pizza delivery guy Philip J. Fry delivers a pizza to a cryogenics lab in New York City, only to discover it was a prank call. He stops to eat a slice in the deserted lab while leaning back in a chair near an open cryotube. At midnight, he falls backwards into the chamber. Later is retconned/revealed that Nibbler pushed him, which immediately activates and seals him in for 1,000 years, getting defrosted on December 31st, 2999. In what is now New York. Fry gets assigned to a fate assignment officer named Leela, a purple-haired Cyclops, who is initially thought of as an alien, but is later revealed she's a mutant human. She tries to assign Fry a predetermined lifelong career of delivery boy, but he swerves and locks her in his cryotube for 1,000 years, but before fleeing, Fry adjusts the timer to 5 minutes. Fry attempts to track down his only living relative, Professor Farnsworth, but first runs into a robot named Bender, trying to unalive himself in an unaliving booth. Sorry, this goes on YouTube. They go get a drink at a bar, and Bender reveals he's also rejecting his assigned job of bending girders made for the previously mentioned booths. Together they evade Leela, but she eventually catches up with Fry in the ruins of old New York when he becomes depressed after realizing that everyone he knew is dead. Leela sympathizes with Fry and admits she hates her job too, so she quits and helps the two track down Farnsworth. They find him at his delivery company, Planet Express, and use the delivery spaceship to evade the police since they are job deserters. As the year 3000 begins, Professor Farnsworth hires the three of them to be space delivery drivers, which ironically, Fry cheers for since he'll be going into space. And that's Futurama's Space Pilot 3000 in a Namely 90s Minute. More or less. Join us again next Tuesday for another Namely 90s Minute. Remember, you can always hear these a day early on full episodes of Namely 90s and on all major podcasting platforms, and most of the small ones too. Please subscribe and do all the other YouTube things, bell ringing, share, like, subscribes, that sort of stuff, and we'll catch you next time.